it seems like every time we play these guys, you always talk about, hey, let's don't have this thing turn into a rat race where it's an up and down and almost like a pickup basketball game, but it seems like they get you to play that way with the different lineups that they put out there, and as much as they want to push the pace and trying to attack mismatches and stuff like that, and that's what their strength is with the way that their bigs run and play the pick and roll game. But Powell, he played a little bit of extended minutes tonight with Andrew being out, and 26, 11, and 6 with 3 blocks is a great night, and 40 minutes from Powell. I thought he was extremely efficient on both ends of the floor, and that was good. Obviously, Kobe going 16 for 28 and 3 for 3 from the three-point line. For the 40 points, he was very efficient shooting and scoring the basketball. And then Ramon, I thought he was big for us with his 23 and 9, with the 3 turnovers and the 32 or 33 minutes. And then production-wise off the bench, we didn't necessarily get a lot of points, but the one thing that we did get, we got some rebounds, and that helped us get 50 for the game and 15 offensive rebounds for 22nd chance points. So we just kind of found a way to win tonight.
Mike, what do you know about Andrew's injury and about him moving forward?
I haven't talked to our trainer yet, so I'm not sure. I think it's okay. I mean, he was able to walk out fine. I just saw him when he left.
What was the quick turnaround for Kobe from last night's game to this night's game, scoring 40 points?
I mean, the last night I thought he just missed shots. Tonight he made shots. He took basically the same ones tonight as he did last night, and so it wasn't much difference in my opinion. And he might have taken some tougher ones tonight than what he did last night, and they went in.
Mike, you got 19 rebounds for Murphy and McRoberts off the bench, and neither one of them shot much, but what did that do to help replace Bonham?
No, it was good because we needed that production. We know that Golden State, when they get out-rebounded, they don't win a lot of ball games. So for those guys to come off the bench and gather rebounds like they did, 5 of them were offensive rebounds, which gave us extra possessions, and those 5 extra possessions could have been easily 10 points. Who knows until you go back and watch the film? But and we win by 8. So that type of production from those 2 guys combined was very effective and efficient for us, for them coming off the bench in Bynum's absence.
Kind of a weird dynamic coming in Tuesday. We haven't seen New Jersey, they haven't seen you, and there's only 13 games left in the whole season. Do you know anything about the Nets, as crazy as this year has been?
Well, I mean, a little bit what you watch on TV, when you see them here and there, but I have not seen a lot of them, so I have to go back and watch tape. Obviously, they have a great player in Darren Williams, and they have some athletes around them, some young guys and some older guys that know how to play. So it's going to be a tough ball game for us, but we'll be ready.
Kobe mentioned fatigue, feeling some fatigue yesterday. Did he talk about that at all? He certainly didn't look it tonight.
No, again, we're always trying to be conscious of his minutes. He ended up playing 37 minutes, which isn't too high. And if Bynum played, maybe that would have gone down some. But I thought he played a solid game in those 37 minutes.
You're talking before the game just about Ramon and where he's at in his development. What do you think this game did for him, just in terms of his comfort level and that?
Well, I mean, every time he steps out on the floor, I think it helps his comfort level, and he's going to have some big games for us. He's very capable of having those big games, but there are going to be times too where he's going to have to find his way, because defensively he may see some new things in front of him, and he may not he may not know how to react. Based on the coverages that he sees in front of him all the time, but he's a very intelligent guy, and he's picked up things very easily, and he keeps plugging away at it.
The fact that he played the first few games off the bench, and then you've been mixing him with the reserves, where do you think that comes into play with just now Bynum being out, and how you adjusted with that tonight?
Well, what it does, it gives us another scorer, especially when Bynum's out, another go-to guy. I mean, we can just play pick and roll with him, like I said. That's what Golden State did. They played side pick and roll with David Lee and point guard all night, and you know, they were able to generate offense from that. And, you know, with a guy like Sessions, we're able to pick certain spots during the game where we can do that with him and a big, and he'll generate some easy looks for our guys. So it's a luxury to have a guy like Sessions being able to run the show.
So at this point, are you not thinking what you would have to do without buying them long-term, or are you just going to wait and see what they tell you, or do you not think it's going to be long-term?
I don't think it's going to be long-term, but obviously I'm going to wait and see before I start thinking about that and hypothetical with it.
That has got kind of a knack for those late game threes, even most. You go a long way back with him. What do you think is about him that he's able to come through in those moments?
Well, not just for threes, but he comes up with some big defensive plays. If you think back on our last time that we played these guys, he had 3 plays in a row where he came across from the weak, because we played small and he was our power forward. So he came across from the weak side of the floor and came up with a huge block. He came up with putting his body there 2 other times that made guys make tough shot, miss some tough shots. And so, you know, he has a knack of doing things that are big or huge that may not show up in the box score on both ends of the floor. But it's all about the experience that he has and all about him being mentally and physically tough. And the last thing is not afraid to put himself out there.